This dish is from this earliest group of Iznik pottery, which is the sort of genesis of this quite significant art form in Ottoman art and Turkish art. And it was actually, we think that these dishes were part of services which were commissioned directly from the court by probably Mehmed the Conqueror, Mehmed II, who was still on the throne in the late 15th century, who died in 1481. And so rather than being export ware of the type of Iznik ceramics that we see with all the sort of later floral forms, which there were hundreds of, thousands of, and most of these ended up outside of Turkey, but actually these ones were commissioned for the royal household. They surmise that these might have actually been used for large lamb dishes, I think is what's written. But it's clearly been used because you can see on the surface there are these tiny little abrasions where, I mean, it's very likely that it was cutlery or some sort of serving tool, which has just slightly scratched the edges. And I've noticed that when handling some of the other pieces from the same group. Whereas on the outsides, it's actually the glaze is very glossy and largely undamaged. The condition, in fact, is very good. So these would have been used in the court for serving at banquets.
Yeah, this is a great dish.
This is 190, and isn't that basically next.
There are quite a few, so I'm going to just send them somewhere. So like sometimes I take them off, like that is this kind of, because I don't know anything about it.
Some of the top lots we've had in the last 5 years have actually been Ottoman. We had a wonderful silk velvet panel with this very sort of quintessentially Ottoman design on it, which sold a year ago. That was £1 million. That was one of our top lots, and that went to a museum. Also, we've had buyers from across North America, through Europe, and beyond, all the way into Southeast Asia, buying in ourselves. So it's a sort of truly global market.